Okay, good morning, guys. I hope you guys had a great Thursday evening. And yesterday, in the morning, it was a bit slower. Right, market was red, but then a lot of you guys were worried. Oh my God, is this, that, blah, blah. But those that have been in the market for long enough, you understand the red day is also part of the market. It doesn't mean anything bad. It's just the normal action, like we said, pre-market. And then after 11 o'clock, after 12, when the run happened, the positions that we were holding, um, they all just skyrocketed, right? Amazon all-time highs. You guys banked a lot of money on it. PayPal, LB called, bunch of other stocks, right? My main focus was just Amazon only. But right now, S&P, a very nice chart, right? I don't see any downside for now until the levels are being held. Opening at 430 yesterday, right? We may consolidate between 428, 432 for a bit, or maybe we rip up, right? But I do see continuation in the coming weeks as of now, right? Until something changes, then yes. But for now, I do see holding up. Even if it holds near 430, goes up $2, comes down $2, it doesn't matter, because certain stocks will run, some stocks will stay sideways, some will be down as when the bull market is there, right? So S&P, nothing wrong. I like it. Qs, same thing, right? It's nice uptrend, right? We made a little toppy action on Wednesday, gave us a hint, right? That okay, it's time to consolidate a little bit. Yesterday opened gap lower, filled this gap right here. So if you zoom in, right, it filled the gap from July 1st, right? This right here yesterday, and then ripped back up. And today we can continue going higher or even sideways. So let's see what it does. And it looks good to me. As long as we hold above 354, right, or 352, I think we should be fine. And financials, they're up today. They're up today because the bonds bounced back, right? So keep an eye on financials. Banks are up nice. I mean, I'm not saying buy them at 9:30 or 9:35, nor am I saying buy them. All I'm saying is keep an eye on them. If there's a certain setup that you like, I do like financials for the coming weeks. But today they're gapping up. So let's look at some bank stocks for now. GS is gapping up. LBGS is up $6. I don't have my trust rate open. $6, right? Yeah. Okay, so GS is up $6, right? But the number still, I mean, for more confirmation, it still remains this right here, above 380. We can play a continuation towards 390 plus. So 380 is still my number that matters to me. But here I will still not play because it can easily give up gains today, right? That can easily happen, or it can rip. Which way does it go? I have no idea. So for now, I'm just gonna let this chart set up. Maybe it does something like this chart for the next 2-3 weeks, and we let the trade come to us. Okay, I have no idea what it's going to do, but maybe it does something like this for the coming weeks and gives us a nice entry at the end of July or August. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on it, letting the chart form, let it come to me. BAC, banks, all charts look similar, right? And some news that came out from Wells Fargo, they're getting rid of some credit lines. So let's see how that affects the bank stocks. And then we have energy, XLE. Still waiting, still not going to jump in right now, even though it says support. I'll give it some more time. 56, 57. So whenever this happens, does it happen this month? Does it happen in August? Or does it not happen this year? I have no idea. So 56, 57, not until it gets back above here, I will not play. So keeping an eye on it. Let's see. And Zoom, guys, so I was just talking to him this morning if he saw any news. So he told me in Australia and Thailand, they're recruiting, hiring more police officers or putting more officers towards duty for the new COVID. So there's another lockdown happening, starting with Australia and Thailand. Right, I still have to look into it, but I think LB has already looked into it. He'll give us more information. But if that happens, then keep an eye on all the stocks that ran when the pandemic was there. So let's look at the weekly chart of Zoom and what it's saying. So very nice chart pattern. It already ran from lows of below 300 toward almost 400, 100-point move in the last 2 months, right? Which is huge. It's a 33% increase in equity in 1 month. Now, does it hold here for a few weeks? Give us a little bull flag pattern. If yes, and if we do see COVID news happening, more lockdowns happening in the coming weeks, then we can even play this to the upside towards 450 and 500. The move will be fast. Okay. If no lockdown, nothing happens, then obviously I want to see their earnings and see how they perform. But these are the stocks that I'm trying to keep an eye on now for the coming weeks, if lockdowns are real, if that's something that's happening. Okay, because on one side I do hear a lot of reopening stuff, and then at the same time now lockdown. TDOC is another stock that you can keep an eye on, right? If it sets up, another stock that ran a lot during the pandemic. And if we go on the weekly chart, long term I'm bullish on this company, but for now, I mean, it ran a lot last year. I think it's just going to go sideways for a bit. However, if it can take out 179, 180, we can see 200 plus. So you can catch this 20-point move. The reason I go over these levels because we're trading these companies, we're not investing in it. Investing is something different. You just buy equity and hold. Okay, here for a trade, you have to look for a certain move, a confirmed move in options, right? So here I'm waiting for 177, 178, and then from there I can probably play this towards 200, catch a 20-point move. Okay. Amazon, there was a beautiful action yesterday, absolutely ripped. I mean, nothing more bullish than this. As long as we hold above 37.25, I think if we hold above 37.25, it might give us another lot of Friday today, or it might just consolidate between 37.50ish. It might pin 37.50 or even 3700. Keep that in mind. So if you're playing lottos on Amazon today for expiring today, trying to make the 1000%, it's not going to happen every Friday. Keep that in mind. It's only once in a while, and when we see it, we catch it. Okay. Already gave us a big move last 4 days from 3400 towards 37.25. That's a 300-point move. So today, if you're going to play lottos on it, go small. Be willing to accept zero right away. Okay. But 37.25 plus is all I'm looking for a close today. That's it. 37.25 plus for our swing positions. Shopify can be a great lotto, right? Today. So keep this stock in mind, because if I go on the weekly, this can easily just based on candles. So it can either pin here, make this doji candle, or we can have higher than 1530 this week. Shopify can run today if it wants to get a bullish signal on the weekly candle, okay? Or it might just stay sideways. So this is a lotto that you want to keep an eye on. If you can get something for under $1, around 12, 11, it can run. In the first 15 minutes from 9:30 a.m. to 9:45, premiums on these big tech are really high. They're very high. Even 50-point calls are very expensive, and then if the stock doesn't move by 10 a.m., those get cut down by 60, 70%. So your entries have to be on point. Don't just rush in. Watch for the first 5-10 minutes what happens. Clove T mentioned this chart yesterday, right? He mentioned that there might be a squeeze coming, so I think he might have seen something on this. So keep an eye on it. I'm not in it right now, but it's something that he mentioned. It is at support level right here at 960ish. But if we can get back, for me, for me to play this name, it needs back above 15. So which is a 50% increase in equity. Okay, so 1.5 plus. But then if you have money, if you're trying to look for the squeeze, you want to make those quick gains or fast gains, then this is also not a bad pattern. As long as it holds this, we can squeeze towards 10, 11, 12 bucks. You can get that $2 move if it happens, which basically means if you hold through, your 30-cent options can go to $1.50, 50-cent options can go to $2, right? Because they'll be priced less, okay? So keep an eye on this. If you do see, if it takes out the high above yesterday, which was 967, so if it gets like 970 today, it's likely to touch $10, okay, for a scalp move. So 970, 970. And then we have Neo, again, a chart by LB today. I asked him if he sees anything. So it's their power day, I believe. I'm pretty sure he'll mention in the chat. So Neo, keep an eye on this for a lot of Friday, right? Their options are also usually priced well on Friday, and I've seen many times LB take like 20, 30 cents to $2 on Neo. Okay, so keep an eye on it if he jumps in, and if you want to take a small bet for a lot of Friday only. So keep an eye on Neo. Above 47, 48 hold. For me, the only number that matters is 47. If I can hold above 47 for the coming days, then maybe even I might go long. Okay, but for Friday, for a lotto, keep an eye on Neo. And another stock, ISRG. Right, read up on this company. I still want to do more research on it, but I've been hearing a lot of great things about this. And this stock can rip based on the surgeries which are happening through robotics and whatnot. But LB, you have a better idea about this company, right? ISRG.
So ISRG, they do.
Come here. I'll let LB explain this. He read up on this company.
So ISRG does elective surgeries. So as you know, with the COVID virus, everyone's been in the hospital. They've been jam-packed. They've been actually delaying the elective surgeries. So when their numbers come out and their earnings come out, they'll tell you how many elective surgeries are going again. So that's very important. Just see if ISRG is making money. That means that whole sector is going to go up. NOx, GRPH, genomics, all of them. So just keep an eye on that.
So keep an eye on ISRG. The premiums will be expensive, I can already tell. Right, it's $1,000 stock almost. So you can play spreads on this. And somebody asked to go with BA space LI. BA, Boeing. Some news came out yesterday. It popped. Right. It just still needs it. For me, you see, charts like this. in my lifetime, whenever I tried playing these moves like this, I've lost money most of the times, right? I mean, for example, here, if you tried catching the bounce, you lost money. If you tried catching the bounce, you lost money. But here, if you played the level, like it held this level, you made money, okay? So same thing here. For me, the only number that matters here is 250 on Boeing. If it can hold 250, we can play this towards 280. That's a 30-point move. Okay, but here I have no idea what it does. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna bounce, come up here, something like this. But if you want to play this chop and you think you'll be right, go for it. But for me, because I'm trading it, 250 will be my number. Okay, and then space has, guys, on July 11th, we already know the date. If the flight goes well, everything goes good, this stock likely gonna rip, or they can even sell the news. We don't know. Okay, but right now it's been holding these levels nicely, right? And let's see what happens. So today, it might be a chop day. They might, people might take their profits, or people might buy. I have no idea. It all depends on July 11th for the space flight. Okay, so, and if the flight is canceled based on weather, anything like this, then on Monday there will be a dumper in this. So be open-minded about space. And then the last one was LI, I believe. Lotto. Okay, so it's trying to hold levels here. Here, right off the back, I'll give you a number. Right off the back, 37.50 hold for 2 or 3 days. You can play this towards 40 bucks. 37.50 hold for 2 to 3 days on LI. Okay, don't get stuck in this chop. This chop will make you lose money. So 37.50. And guys, protect your gains. Had an amazing week, amazing month. Absolutely been killing it since April, May, June. A lot of you guys are new. If you're new in the in our group, pay attention, just see how we do it. Don't follow any call blindly. We teach you here how to manage risk, and also if you agree with us, then it's up to you to take the position. But don't follow anything blindly. Just wait, watch, and see how we work around here. If you get to know us, all the people in here, you'll make better trades, you'll make better decisions. You'll know who to follow and who not to. But in our chat, I think we have all great followers. We love everyone, and thank you for being a part of MyStockLife. And this month has been almost 1 year since we started the Discord. So God bless. Let's continue growing, and we'll see you guys back in the chat.